Hey you're welcome to my podcast. My name is Ayirebuah. I am the host of Ayirebuah Speaks Literally, a podcast about the random things, the random thoughts that shape my personality. Today's episode is the season finale of season 1. The season finale of season 1 is the finale of season 1. It's episode 10 and it has been a great journey. I started this journey somewhere in July. It was something new, something fresh, and I've got to say the support has been amazing. You guys have been telling me that you love it. You guys have been listening, and honestly, I can't thank you enough. I thank all my guests that have been here this season. At the end of the show, I'm going to give them the proper vote of thanks. Today's episode is going to be very emotional because I am here with my oldest and bestest friend in this whole Ghana. I say Ghana because my bestest friend is Theo Walcott, even though he doesn't know it. So I have here Gyamaa Owusu, my best friend. It's going to be it's not a roller coaster, a flashback episode. We are going to go back to the day that we first met and our journey from that day. So this episode, I call it Till This Day. I hope you're ready for an amazing finale. Stay tuned. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here now on Ayirebuah Speaks Literally, and I am joined by Gyamaa Owusu. She is, like I said earlier, my bestest friend in Ghana because I am trying to keep my options open. I want to keep Theo Walcott, at number one spot so that he knows that I don't forget him in life. Anyway, today's episode is Till This Day, and we are going on a flashback. We're going back to the day that we first met as friends. We are going to reminisce, and we're going to just have a good chat. We're just going to vibe and stuff. So hopefully everything goes on properly and I don't lose this audio again. I lost this audio. We recorded this yesterday and we lost the audio. So we are doing this again with the hopes that everything goes on well. Well. Gyamaa Owusu, Mami ya HRH.
Bet you don't know the continuation of that name.
It's HRH TWCKY. Welcome to Ayirebuah Speaks Literally. How are you feeling today?
Thank you. And I'm all right. I mean, this is like the second time recording this. Tiring and things, but yeah, we did.
Abi, I'm not tired.
How we go do them?
Okay. So I want this to be like a whole vibe. I don't want us to feel like we are tired because we've done this recording 50,000 times. But let's just relax and enjoy the show. So today, you are going to be like a co-host. We'll be hosting each other. You're asking me, I'm asking you. It's just like that, right?
Do me, I do you, man, no go vest.
You, Mate. So, do you remember the first day that we met as friends?
Do I remember the first day we met as friends?
Why are you repeating the question? Such a Ghanaian thing to do.
I remember changing schools in class 4, second term. The first day of school, I actually don't remember who I met, but I know with time I actually met you guys. I remember Lydia, who left, I think like a few days after I came.
Yeah, I remember Lydia.
I remember sitting under the tree. Do you remember we used to go for tree in class 4B? So we used to come to the other side where the park was. Do you remember the 4B was there?
Yeah.
I remember
was
you
4B.
Yes, we're in 4A. We got sent to be in JHS. I remember
Then
you saying that.
4B was a different building.
Yes. It was
Uh-huh.
where
Yeah.
class 5 was, like that block, but
Yeah.
under.
I remember now.
Yes. I remember you saying that means I'll come to replace somebody who is living in your class, and that was Lydia. And that was the last time I saw her, or first and last, I think. And then she didn't come again. So I remember sitting under a tree with you, and honestly, I don't want
You don't remember the other people?
I really don't remember who we're sitting under a tree with. I just remember you, honestly.
Of course.
But yeah,
well, you are
please,
obsessed. What
please.
else?
So yeah, that was like, I think, but we actually became like friends. In I think it was still class 4, the girls' guide camp.
Yeah, our first camp.
Yes, my first camp. Was it your first camp?
It was my first camp.
Then yeah,
I went to another one in class 5, but then the class 4 one was my first camp.
Then yes, that camp where they infringed on our rights.
You keep saying this thing
because I'm pained. I can't believe what they were actually doing to us. How can I pay for food and you told me that I can't eat because I don't have crockery bag? Like
they
what?
told you to get a crockery bag. You decided not to come with it.
Bro,
when they
what?
give you the rules, you're supposed to follow the rules.
What? So then they should give my money back and let me go home. Because I don't see how like a bag is going to stop me from surviving, basically. So I had, when I was coming for the camp, my dad said, you don't need money for anything. What would you possibly buy for something I've already paid for? So he literally didn't give me any money. But I remember I had 3,000 on me. I don't remember how I had that money. Maybe it was the leftover from what he gave me that day at school. I really don't remember. And then the crockery bag was 10,000. So then Irama gave me 7,000 to 3,000 to buy this crockery bag before I could eat food I had paid for. I mean, what? But yes, that's how.
Do you have proof that you had paid for the food?
Didn't we pay for everything? What
if there was a contract? What if there was a contract in there and say that said that your ward will not eat if she does not possess a crockery bag?
I don't think there was anything like that. I'm pretty much sure somebody's parents was a lawyer would have figured out that. What? Or maybe they just didn't care, Charlie.
So they gave their children crockery bag.
Well, I wasn't the only one standing outside though. So I wasn't the only one standing outside. So
they made you people stand outside.
yes, we weren't. They were checking at the door. So where's your crockery bag? And I'm like, I don't have. She's like, you can't enter without a crockery bag. So you have to buy one day. Like,
this was purely something to just get money,
right? Obviously. 10,000, one Ghana cedi.
That was a very memorable experience. Yeah. And this girl guide thing, so I remember all the how do I call it, the I won't say designs, but the things that came with it are dressing, the scarf, the badges, the sash, the beret, and all of that. I remember leaving my stuff at home. I think that was a class 5 camp or something. I left mine. So the last day when my mom came for me, one of the women asked me, where's my thing? I was like, I left it. And she said, okay, congratulations. And me too. Well, as a child, when I hear congratulations, what is the response? Thank you. I said thank you.
I'm sure she probably
she was like,
kid is rude.
She was looking at me like, what is wrong with this child? When I told my mom, she was like, how can you say thank you when somebody says, but she said congratulations. So what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say to her? Sorry, you said congrats, dear.
Still an
I also remember the times in Jack and Jill where we struggled to get out of the school just to buy yam. Do you remember?
bro. And do you know a funny thing? Do you remember that woman too? I heard she used to when she's grinding the pepper, she takes the tapuli and she licks it to taste.
Did I not? I want to know who told you that. I witnessed it
remember
myself.
who told me.
It's me. I saw her. She was grinding the mako in the what do they call it? The asanka said yeah. Ayirebuah said yeah. Hey, she was grinding the pepper. Then she did. I was like, no way am I going to buy this food again. I'm not going to buy this food again. We cried that we're struggling to go outside. Do we know what the woman outside to us?
You bab.
But hers was crispier, so that's why we always wanted to
And
go
Uncle
outside.
Justice would do long.
Oh, Charlie, that's for Justice. I'm not trying to shade my friend called Justice or anything, but Justice, he was in a hurry and he's writing our names. Me, I was so lucky. He always wrote my name as Nanama. It's not me. So happy that my sister went before me because he would write down the names that he's writing Nanama. I was like, oh, okay, they're going to punish Nanama. It's not me.
Okay.
And I was about to say something. I remember also that my mother came. My mother used to come for PTA and she was a headache for the PTA because she made them stop selling trophy. Do you know that?
I really don't remember Zef. How I know was I there?
You are not there in the beginning, but they used to sell trophy. My mother went to one PTA and she said trophy is not good for the children. How can you be selling trophy to children? That's just fat for the children. So they stopped. They stopped selling trophy. I told my friend B one time that my mother is the reason. He said he would never forgive her.
Do you remember those times too? Before the currencies changed, we used to buy yogurt and like share. Like you could buy half.
Of course.
That
Didn't
woman.
you even continue after the currency
I really
change?
don't remember. I feel like everything in my life just changed after that. Everything just changed when 10,000 became 1.
But that woman too was rude though.
Just with her glasses.
I don't know why she was so mean. Like I was even scared just to go and buy something nice. I was scared. Like why? Some people like post too much.
You got to. Hey.
If you like, go and give her dirty money.
Like, bro, we are kids.
That would be your
it
aim.
happens.
It's not like the money too. We gave it to ourselves. Somebody gave it to us.
How can we say, Daddy, I don't like?
Ajay, she wants you to say that. What about what was on television in those days? Because back then, we used to waste a lot of time before class started talking about TV shows that we watched. Do you remember some of them?
Yeah, I remember in GHS, we were so obsessed with Princess Cyrus, especially Selma. Hey, Selma.
Yeah, that show was something.
It's like really, it was. I don't know. We used to find these things so romantic back then, but I rewatched it.
Why do you think? Why do you think if we went back to watch, or do you think if we went back to watch those things, it would be funny to us?
I actually went back to watch it, and I was so disgusted. Like, bro,
disgusted.
I'm telling you, I was like, how did I like this when I was like 12 or 13? Like, why? What's wrong with me?
Because you were 12 or 13.
Yes. Like, why? It's not even, I don't know, it's not even romantic. Like, bro, how can you treat a girl this way because you like her? It doesn't even make any sense.
I don't remember.
So that,
what was he doing?
So so the story was that this girl who was as usual poor, right? She was from not a rich background. Her granddad and the king of the land had made some sort of pact that their grandchildren will get married, like the king's first grandson or the crown prince and the other man's granddaughter will get married, right? So when they grew up, there was some whole skirmishes be in the palace. I was like, okay, so say you and Nanama, right? Imagine you're a man, and then your dad is a king. So you and Nanama are cousins. Okay. Nanama is older. Nanama is the older. Yes. Amongst you two, Nanama is older. And her dad is the first son of the king, Yubab, which makes you the first grandson. So you are the crown prince automatically. But your dad, Nanama's dad died.
Sure, I guess it.
And because of that, they had to move you out of the palace. So then you become the crown prince now. Do you understand? So now the agreement was between the first grandson.
I totally get it. Yeah, I'm not confused one bit.
Thank you. I don't know how else to explain it to you. But point is, you, the second grandson, you ended up being the crown prince because the other person left the palace. And since the agreement was between the first crown prince and the girl, you, the one who is the younger one, you ended up being engaged to the girl. And already now you like some other girl be. So it's like you didn't like your wife. So you used to treat her like shit.
So then,
and the girl
then
too
eventually liked
her. So it was like some basa thing. And then later on,
I remember the whole when they hug, Pe will be so excited.
Right? Like, oh my god, they hug. Like
they hug, oh no. You're Jimmy too much. That's like boys over flowers, right? The boys before flowers.
Like I feel like boys over flowers is better than I'll copy it for you and bring it. Remember, you'll be angry. Like Princess Alice back then.
I liked it too. I think everyone was watching it, but I liked it. But I remember Summer especially liked it a lot. And then there was Storm Over Paradise there. The person who didn't watch Storm Over Paradise. Sorry,
I really didn't watch Storm Over Paradise.
Sorry, dear.
I was Storm Over Paradise. And my dad didn't let me watch TV then. So
Nicholas and find you. What's her name? Anya.
You're talking like I'm supposed to automatically know the names, although I didn't watch.
But Storm Over Paradise was a big hit. It was a big hit in the name of love. Rosalinda.
Did you ever watch
you and I had
Catalina and Sebastian?
Yeah, that was on TV Africa. As for that one, Emanuela and I used to watch it a lot. Catalina and Sebastian.
Catalina.
Sis. Catalina and Sebastian. Yeah. We used to watch that one. And then Rosalinda.
And then the one that the girl got blind. The guy used the car to hit her. Yes, and he had to learn medicine. He had to become he came to operate on her.
There was one, was it was on Viasat. Untamed Beauty, you said.
Never watched that,
And then there was Montserrat.
Never watched that.
What Life Took. You didn't watch that? Montserrat was on UTV.
I don't remember watching UTV ever in my life.
Oh, there was what? How can I forget?
Okay, let's go African ones, like Ghanaian, Nigerian.
African ones.
My mom and I.
My mom and I too. We used to watch that. Those days, Viasat one.
Like Viasat was the ish back then. It was like you remember Mr. Entry used to lash us for not going to church on Sundays. And
I know you were part.
It wasn't frequent, It wasn't frequent because I used to be forced to go to church. But when my parents traveled, then it 10 beats. But that day, you remember they used to do movies at 10 or 9, Viasat movies. And there was this one, something from Justin.
I like the way you said movies at 10, like just how the voiceover person said it.
From Justin to Kelly, that's the title. So like before Sunday, they'll do the ads so that you'll be aware of it. So I know that weekend my parents are not around, so I'll watch. That's Monday when I came to school. I came to tell the boys that I watched it. We talked about it. The people who missed. No, I'm staying chicken to class. Who didn't go to church on Sunday? I didn't raise my hand. But she said, Say Gyamaa.
Snitch.
You watched from Justin to Kelly. Like, why are you so pained? It's just a movie.
How can you not raise your hand? Did you go to church?
But so what? How does it concern you? Who wants to be caned? Hey. Lovely touches.
Mr. Entry too. Do you remember how Mr. Entry used to lash us
speed work
for when we did that mass test?
Speed
It
work.
was every Thursday.
Speed work, bro.
His period came after break, just before closing. Said, Charlie.
Now you are sad in life because you give you pass mark.
We give you cut-off points. If you don't get it today, the cut-off point is
the lower you get, the more
this
you get.
Charlie, it was easy.
Do you know when I went to Joe classes, I was speaking to him. He said they've stopped all of those things. They don't beat them and things. I was like, what? Well, you better get a cane and beat them because I can't suffer like this and then be, living the life.
Really? Is that how you want your children
Bro, if you're
to
not
suffer?
doing the work, beat me. Hey, now me, the beatings I've received in this life. It's not like I still know maths, but yeah, at least.
So obviously the caning didn't help you.
No.
If it would have helped you, then you might know you'd know maths.
But you see, Mr. Entry's canings ended up with me getting a 1 in a maths.
Well, hey, that day, the way I was happy, that
bro, all of us. Like,
I didn't even care about anything else. I was like, hey, I got 1 in maths. Hey.
Nah, actually. Do you remember we started a club? On Tuesdays we used to have a club meet.
Literary and debaters
with
club.
Mr. Kobna.
I remember Mr. Kobna. Hey, that teacher too was another something.
Sometimes I forget about him.
There's this picture that I don't know whether I was Clifford or somebody took. He was drinking pure water.
In that is yellow shirt.
It's still around. That one too was a character. He's the one who taught me the word extravagant is not a good thing. Because I was supposed to write about my mother. And I said, my mother is she's so extravagant. Charlie, I meant that in a good way. I meant to say that.
Please, boss, you explain. I hope your mother listens.
And and just talking about the TV shows, Extravagant Anastasia was on TV.
That show was great.
So I thought, actually, extravagant means some elegant person. That's what I used to describe. He was like, oh, Era, no, dear. Your mother can't be extravagant.
You should have said, I said what I said.
Ma, please, if you are listening, yes, I'm meaning you. That's not what I meant. See, my mother is extravagant. Hey.
Oh, do you remember when we used to do cooking? That was
yeah. That day was just a holiday. I also remember Mrs. Edu telling me to pour my group day spaghetti.
I remember you guys poured it.
And
Thelma was in your
Mubinat was in my group.
I remember there was a fight somewhere.
Nene was in my group. Yeah. Something happened. Mr. Edu said I should pour the spaghetti in the colander. For a second, I was like, hey, which one is the colander? I was like, which one is the colander? Then I was thinking of someone. Leslie was standing there. Do you remember Leslie? Leslie was standing there, and I was taking it to the wrong things. Like, is that the colander?
For Sunima Koyima me.
And I put it in the colander. I learned what colander was. I learned a lot of things in Jack and Jill day.
Do you remember the visual art teacher to do it? The day he bought that, we said we have generators in our hometown.
Hey, how did we look? I need to write a book about all these characters because
he
they
asked us that how many of you have generators in your hometowns, and then we giants and we say, hey, our parents have pampered us.
Foolish.
How can you have generators in your hometown? Like, what do you mean? Towns,
Hey, bruh. Una we name generator of fear.
Like, we are sorry. We are sorry, boy.
I didn't even know if we had generator in
like,
our hometown.
And
but I just put up my hand.
Talking. And like, I remember sometimes sitting quite in front. Do you remember?
Hey, Gyamaa. But say you trouble.
You remember we used to sit like when you enter the class in 3B. When you enter the class, we were on like the left hand side, front row. We even have a picture there with Bridget, Gifty. Yeah, that's what we used.
But me, I sat by the window.
Hey, boss, like calm down. Big man, boy.
He used to make us kneel down and all. But there was also a visual arts woman who used to call us cockroaches and mice.
I don't remember. Who was that? Do you remember?
You don't remember her? She was in JHS 1 before the man came.
I don't remember.
There was a woman. Michael will remember her.
What?
I don't know, but he just liked the fact that she called us cockroaches and mice. Do you remember cherry, strawberry, banana too?
And then the first. Do
you remember we wrote a play?
Yes, I do.
Love is. I think it should be in my bookshelf. Love is not a game. You, me, Belinda. Selma, Belinda, Leslie. I remember the line where Selma was supposed to say "I'm preg," then Leslie was supposed to say "Don't end that sentence with nants."
Do you remember that French woman? She came with cherry, strawberry, whatever. She said, "What is the laughter for?"
She said, "Why is the laughter? Why is the laughter for?"
It makes people actually.
She said, why is the laughter for? How come? How do we remember all these things? All the why do you remember now?
Why?
So what are the good things that you can remember?
We just mentioned most of them.
I remember French week. I know we loved French week a lot.
Especially the Friday of it.
Yes. Okay, so for those listening, French week in Jack and Jill Lane. French week was a week that we're supposed to pick French countries, because as in Ghana, we are surrounded by French countries. Do you know? Yeah. But we're supposed to pick French countries, and every class will do research about the country. Then on Friday, you dress like the people of the country, and then you do your presentation about the country. After that, it is freedom. So, our last year, we had to write our mock exams, and then we were like, we can't miss French week. What do you mean? French week that we didn't even care about the country that would give us. We just wanted to wear mufti because mufti was a big deal. So we just wanted to wear the mufti. So we went to beg our headmaster that on the last day of our mock, we want to dress up French week. Even though the whole school had finished French week, we would dress up.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Do you remember jams too?
Fanfare.
Why are you laughing?
I remember some fanfare. You and I went to hide in there. We were looking at the people who are grinding.
Yes. We're like, how do I say it? We're like squares in a round hole. We're just they were like, "Ee, what are they doing? We're so foolish."
Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Okay, so in Jack and Joe, who was like your favorite teacher?
My favorite teacher.
Okay.
I have two. Mrs. Esther Wule and Mr. Inch. Mrs. Esther Wule from class 3. She was, all the teachers that people were afraid of. Me, I was not afraid of them because somehow my sister paved the way for me. The only problem I had with that was your sister would have known that answer. That was the only problem I had. What about you?
I had two too.
Tutu.
Yeah, I
Okay,
know.
you're so funny.
You can't tell me full code, yeah. There's Mr. Steedu and then full Fred. May he so rest in peace.
Oh, full Fred, may his soul rest in peace. Hey, you. Do you remember what he did to that tree teacher?
I'm sorry, I don't know this man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Share. If you not tell the story, I'll tell it for you.
Allowed, yeah. The man was being very
Hurry up.
unfair. Like how?
Choke
How can you
yourself.
do this to us? You've written things on the board. Tree, not any subject. Tree. A Equiapim tree, two on top. You've written things on the board for us to copy. It's maybe like we are memorizing it for us to copy word for word, letter for letter. When we are saying you are cleaning the board, we say test. We say, hey, please, we are not computers. Big man say, hey, why have I said that? I'm so disrespectful. Me too, that day, luck was not on my side. Mr. Haja came to pass. Mr. Haja said, what's going on? This man,
Mr. Haja was our
this man
headmaster.
told Mr. Haja what happened. Mr. Haja said, hey, my brother is not like that. Why will I say that? Why? He's going to call my father this evening. Shall I don't die? Nah, actually, today they don't kill me. He went to the staff room, went to spread the news. Mr. Entry came to give us talk. Hey!
You are every teacher that came to talk to us.
But bro,
How can
honestly,
we be doing this?
how would you do that? Why? It's not even English that like we say we properly understand. Like
that's what the school is for. It's for you to be challenged. It's for you to
I'm
do
pretty
things
much
you
sure
never thought you could do.
Ayirebuah, you would have gotten 10 over 10, right? I saved you here.
Oh, well, if
We
did
didn't do
we
it.
not
The
still do
rest
the
of the
test?
period ended up being talks over talks after talks. And when he wiped the board more, then he would chat.
Well, thank you then. Otherwise, we were doomed then.
Because he would have received surprising answers, honestly. It's very Richard.
I also remember that social studies teacher that
It's
said
the
Flamingo
old
is
man.
also a human being. Flamingo was our social studies textbook, and then there was a mistake about the chiefs. I remember the bond of 1844. It was supposed to be signed by 11 chiefs who said,
Bro, don't
was
put
it
me in
11
a spot there. I'm not a computer.
Gyamaa? It was a number of chiefs, but Flamingo made a mistake.
Flamingo.
So there was a typo. Then, so we pointed it out. Oh, say there's a mistake in a textbook, or there's a mistake in what you've written. It's not like that.
I think he made a
Something
mistake.
like that. I don't
and we were
remember
trying
who
to correct
pointed
it
it.
from the book. And he thought the book had made a mistake.
Okay. He made a mistake, and we said Flamingo had written it like that.
Flamingo?
And then he was like, Flamingo is a human being just like you and me. Flamingo can make a mistake. I didn't know a book was a human being. Well, yes, human beings type into it and everything. We get what he was trying to say, but he was so defensive.
Wait, see, like what happened to himself? Because I remember he stopped.
I know he left.
I remember we had the social studies.
I don't remember who came to replace him. Who was the replacement?
I've forgotten his name. The other time I told you.
Mr. Autry. Mr. Autry. Mr. Autry, when you say A, you say where A here means. Didn't you go to China with Wilfred?
It's true, he did. Hey, do you remember Mr. Kitwani too?
Yeah. Charlie.
With the chalk and
Hey,
then
that
the
man
pinching
too
of your
was
cheek.
scary. I know you used to get Leslie a lot.
Right?
You put the chalk on your cheek and then you pinch you. It's like, and you, I'm gonna kill you, fly like a bird.
Oh, this toucher. Battery.
Gotcha. And yeah, Hannah obey your long patch. Wouldn't him long, I'll be can that time.
And I would have said it in class 4 when that girl guide woman did that to me.
I shock. You did all you did was cry.
Hey, dear, calm down.
Go to court today, and when they tell you something,
I did not cry, dear. Why will I cry? Because she don't let me enter. Maybe I should have gone to report her to whoever was the head. I'm sure she was probably the one selling the crockery bag.
What was your favorite class to be in?
Honestly, I don't think I had one.
Are you sure? It was not class 5. I thought you liked class 5.
Class 5 was like full of sorrow.
Class 5 was a heck. Look, if I was ever going to get a preview of what uni life was going to be, then I think class 5 was it.
Stress.
It was hectic. Stressful. All plenty work to do and so little time. That was how class 5 was. Just class 5. Not even reach junior high school or senior high school or anything. When it's time for a holiday, like I remember the Ghana at 50 holidays so much. The man gave us gajibillion homework and I couldn't go to trade fair because my mother said if I don't finish my homework, I'm not going to trade fair. Everybody went and only me, I was at home. I sound pained because I am pained.
Do you remember in JHS? Was it JHS?
My favorite class was
Why?
JHS 2B though. Because remember how we Mr. Stage said that every class that comes to 2B because of the scent from the toilets. They misbehave. I used to make, and we're just behind Mr. Chamatin's class. Mr. Chamatin used to come and warn us a lot.
He too, I would really like to get his number and call him.
But that class was my favorite. We even went to Mrs. Kwatchit to ask for us to change our classroom. Do you remember?
I remember.
Mrs. Aichi told us to go.
We are not the only ones
She
who
told
have
us
been
that
there.
We've seen new buildings. Her office used to be there. Because we've seen new building, want to go in there.
She also said we are not the only ones who have been there. Like what? We are the ones who are coming to complain. Do you remember in JHS? Is it JHS or class something? In ICT, we didn't know the answer to where cut and copied items are kept. And that man, it was that man, the one in glasses.
That ICT.
Mr. Kodo, is that his name? No, it was the man. That time the woman was pregnant. It was the man.
That's exactly why she made us do it.
He was the one who did it. I remember, because the next day I was really praying that he didn't remember. When we went, he didn't remember, Mom. That's what bashed me back. Cut and copied items are pasted, are kept in the clipboard. Yeah, still in your kai.
It's your kai. That was his aim, so that we'll remember. You know, we used to use 3 pens to write.
Charlie. At all.
It was not easy.
Oh.
What about the friends that we had, our classmates? Who are the ones that you never forget something that happened with them or something that's
so
some occurrence with them?
So there's Belinda. She was
minus me.
My other best friend in GHS. Yes.
Our other best friend.
I remember the arguments we had. It didn't lead
to it so solemnly.
The long pause in our friendship, like it did with you guys. Because you're so stupid.
Excuse me.
You're so stupid. Yes, it was.
Ours was not
Tell
stupid.
us why it wasn't.
It was not stupid. I'll tell you why. Ours was not stupid because Michael was writing names of talkatives. Hi, Michael. Shout out to you. He was writing names of talkatives. And then I don't think that she knew he was writing names of talkatives. I don't think a lot of people knew he was writing names of talkatives. So she was talking to somebody. And then all I did was, shh, my dear. That was the beginning of our 2-week feud. She said, who am I to tell her to keep quiet? Am I the boss of her or what? I don't even remember what she said. All I know is we fought. I got angry. She got angry. We didn't talk again.
You put a strain on our relationship.
It was a very long strain.
Selma, do you remember Selma used to buy us pie from National Service that side?
Yeah, that National Service pie was nice. Selma I've missed Selma.
So do you remember?
Oh, Jesus Christ is Nazareth.
So do you remember when you filmed?
Jesus Christ.
Sometimes my son and but do you remember?
Missy. I can't believe this. I'm hurt. Selma, if you are listening, me, I miss you.
Oh,
Judas Iscariot.
Oh dear.
I don't remember when I fell down. Clifford S. Gaba. Hi. They are the cause of my scardom. There's a scar on my chest here because of Clifford S. Gaba. So there was this building that they were building that they never stopped building till we finished the school. I think even after we finished the school, a couple of years before they finished that building. Yeah, that building. I was there. Then we said we were playing a game called Monkey and Banana. The girls were the monkeys, the boys were the bananas.
You know how wrong
you're supposed to chase your banana.
Like in this modern world, like
it sounds so wrong now, dear. It sounds so wrong.
Guys, there's no innocence in the world.
You're supposed to chase the bananas. Then Clifford did some acrobatics around that building side that was a bit slippery. He didn't fall down. Me, dear, I went to pass there small. I slipped, Charlie. Hey, and I entered the gutter. My chest literally opened. It opened. You could see my heart beating. That day, my grandmother was supposed to come for open day because my mother was not in the country. My father too was busy, so my grandmother was supposed to come. So when she came,
Nana,
the chest they beat.
When Nana open 3 tests.
What? Teacher the same computer.
I admit it. That's why I asked you that question.
Anyway, her granddaughter was impaled by the gutter. I had this big plaster on my chest for like the longest time, and I missed a couple of weeks of vacation classes. That was class 4. I will never forget. If you ask me to write an essay a day, I'll never forget. That will be it.
Sometimes.
Hey, Gyamaa, do you remember somebody called Leroy? Hey, today you deny.
Do you? I don't. Don't.
You deny
The
your
only
heart's
the only
desires.
Roy I know, I have a cousin called Roy, but I don't. He doesn't have a D in front of him.
Mm. Okay,
Okay,
then
so
I'll
this is
remind
where
you
we
who
end
the
the
Roy
convo,
was.
guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening to us. We really enjoyed talking about our lives.
Sure. You went.
Please, so far as I know it.
That's just so, guys. If you are wondering, this is under the category crashes. Okay,
Hey,
nothing serious. Just
my
crashes.
heartbreak is nothing serious. Hey,
Nothing serious. Oh, if your crush forgets who you are, is this something? And actually, you go and text the person, "Hi,
who
Charlie,
next?
what's up?" The person be like, "Who this?" It's no big deal.
We say, oh, this is me. Nah, I'm in Kyle. Sorry, wrong, wrong person.
Who are you?
I was like, me.
You should try again. Text
No,
again and
thank
see.
you. After that one, I went to bed. Like, wow, I thought this was mutual, dear. But we're just keeping things.
Wait,
We've never spoken, but like we're on that kind of spiritual.
it's obviously it was one-sided.
Hey, tears. Well.
Do you remember that boy that every girl wanted to be friends
I
with?
really
Carlton
didn't
was a
find.
fountain.
Hey,
So who
Irama,
that?
are we doing this? But yeah, I really can't relate because
Yeah, chasu.
work out in mountain. I'll be my
Chasu.
father.
That's also a memory I'll never forget in that school. Okay. So let's
Yeah, now we are
hey. Let's figure out a couple of things now, because now we have grown.
Okay.
And eh? And then a lot of things have changed in our lives. For example,
But
I can't really think of anything. Can you?
with the exception of my dreams to be tall, nothing. Do you remember when we were having group studies and then we were in your kitchen and you needed help with the glasses from the top shelf? And then you're like, Gyamaa, can you? You say, Shenyo. That's what I'm going to ask. I'm hurt, but yeah, we move.
Oh, if it's still on your heart, then it's time to say I'm sorry. But honestly, look at who I'm going to ask.
Too late, dear. Anyway.
So now, the two of us, because back then I think we wanted to be lawyers, right? And I don't think,
we are still
obviously, we have
pursuing.
pursued that dream.
Hey,
We are still pursuing. Let me say yes. We are still. Hey, madam, 1, 2, 3, yeah. I didn't
okay,
used to
dear.
buy Jack and Jill. I don't know when it started.
Yeah.
So, how is the law journey going for you now?
So far, so good, I guess. I mean, we're all quote unquote, school hasn't started yet. Right now, just vibes. We are inside like that. It was full of ups and downs, but last, God days. So here we are. I'm not really excited to start this new chapter though, because I feel like stress, so. But I'm glad, I'm moving on. I'm not just stagnant right now. I'm, moving on and progressing. And with the grace of God, in 2 years' time, you see us in a gown and the babes and the suits and the, whatever comes with it. Hey, I forgot the way. Amen, amen, dear.
Amen. Amen. Yabre mo, yabre. Yabre. Ask for. Hey, behave yourself. So right now, what do you hope to
5
achieve in the next 5 years?
So in 2 years' time, we'll be done with law school. So 3 years, I think I'll be, yes, God willing.
God
Everything
willing.
is inshallah. So I'll be
Inshallah.
practicing. Like not like sitting on a bench after probably 5 to 6 years at the bar to start my judgeship journey. And then amen. And then when the Rama comes and says, my Lord, I put it to this person. Hey, you put it in.
I will say recuse yourself because
I'll deny
of
you
interest.
and your whole existence.
I'll say, please, this judge. It's
not me, dear.
Yeah, but for me, I think I'll be doing a lot of things. It's not just, I don't just think I am limiting myself with the law. I am going to, be writing and making films
Inshallah.
along the way. So, in Jesus' name, amen. Okay, let's play a game for the end of this podcast. Let's play a game. First of all, let me ask if you know what year is.
That's really fun.
Why are you laughing? Share with the class. This thing, I can never forget it. It's also a day I'll never forget because I was there sitting my somewhere, jejely. There was French. We used to have, in JSS, in preparation for BC, we used to have morning classes. So the time that there was the period that we used to waste time in life. We used to have classes. Before assembly, then normal classes will start. So we used to have morning classes. So that day, it was French. And the French teacher asked, who knows what year
yesterday
is in
French? That was what the problem was.
Yesterday in French, rather. Okay. So, our class 2 was just by the headmaster's office. So I think he had just come in. And then the teacher was asking, so nobody knows. It's on the blackboard. Look at the blackboard. Look, what is it? Then he came to the class. What is it? They don't know. They don't know. Yeah, they don't know what yesterday is. They don't know yesterday. Yeah, not committee. They don't know yesterday. Then Mr. Hajar was like, what is it? What is yesterday? Nobody knows. Everybody was looking at him. I was trying to look in my French dictionary. I couldn't find it. If you don't know, you don't know. So he came to cane all of us. He caned me extra. He caned Jocelyn extra. He caned Kwachi extra. Belinda extra. Emanuela extra.
And guess what?
We are supposed to know.
In the school bus. Like the first time in my life, I was so excited. I was late to class. Hey, when I came, Obie Munam say, "Hey, what's up?" And they had written here on the board.
I said, best room.
I said, "Boy, what happened? Who died?" I said, "Mr. Hajar had come to beat us because we didn't know yesterday in French." I said, this. How?
was not easy. Anyway, let's move to the game. Match a letter with a classmate you remember from primary or
Okay.
JHS. So let's start with
A. Amano.
A. Mm-hmm. Amano, yeah, Amano.
No, you. A.
Let's go. Eh?
A.
Okay, you ask.
Yes.
A. Amanda Hamilton
B.
or Amanda Eduminta? Or Abena Amponsa? D.
Sorry.
I'm supposed to ask you. So you D.
Ha. Why you D me
You
back?
D.
That's my letter. David Enim.
D U.
It's my
Yeah.
turn, sis.
C.
F.
Oh.
Yes.
F. Was there Francois?
Yes. F.
Eh? F. There was
Yeah,
no
I think
F in
there
our
was
class.
Joseph Tam. There's F. Just F.
Yes. Ada and Joseph Tam.
I can't think of it.
There was no
I
F
don't
in our
remember
class. I don't think there was
anybody's
an F.
Foster.
What
Hey.
names are there in F? Frank. Oh, yeah. Foster. Yes, Foster. Call it. Foster cry. I remember that when we were in primary, he used to give us wrong answer, then they'll kill all of us. I remember.
Manuela.
M.
Lubinat.
There's also Michael.
Um,
Yeah, Mubina.
T. Tina.
Tina. Tina Jabakhanji. And then there was
J. Joseph.
oh, J.
Yes. John.
Do you remember John
Hick?
Jollof?
Hey, do you remember?
I saw him one time when I
the Mato who was
traveled.
in our class? What's his name, sir? Oh, this half-co boy who came.
Mato.
Oh, what's his name?
Hey!
James.
I remember James Cooksley. That boy was so troublesome. Hey, look at me sounding like a mother. So troublesome. He was beyond our knowledge of trouble. Too much.
Yes.
Hugh James Cooksley.
Your turn. No, I think it's mine. I just said S. Saiti.
S.
Your point.
Saiti is her last name. Who else was S?
there?
Did we have a Sandra? No, we didn't have a Sandra.
No.
We didn't have a Sewa. We didn't have a Sophia.
Sydney. Oh.
Sydney.
Oh yes, Sydney. Sydney Wellington.
We had a Sydney. Sydney Isabella Wellington. And who else?
K. Kwame Ochad. Yes.
Kofi Obing. Kelvin Owusu.
No, be small Europe. D.
Your turn.
Yeah, that's right.
You already did G. David name.
You can't mention your name.
Irama.
Emmanuel.
Okay, Emanuela. Emmanuel.
Of course.
Do you remember what Emmanuel did to us in class 4?
You write names. When we close, come back the next day and come and continue. Hey, yesterday it's gone. Piana.
Ultimate.
See, there was no remedy. Hugh James
H.
cooked me. But he didn't come in my J.
We've already
My
mentioned
J was
H.
Joseph Tam. I just mentioned his name that will remember him. So
There was no H again.
There was no
Was
Harriet.
there an H?
Oh yeah.
The J cry forgot Jane and Janet.
No,
I don't know. Didn't one of them go to your school?
I think Ibu.
Belinda school rather. Kobo.
Anyways.
P. Yes. L for Loretta.
I never met her.
Portia. There was a Portia in primary. Class 2. You never met her. E for Esther Mensah too. Yeah.
H for yeah.
What else? Yes, should basically be a classmate, but of course that's a lot of trouble. So yeah, we have come to the end of our reminiscing, our flashbacks. I think this is just basically a Jack and Jill episode. So Jack and Jillians should just come here and listen to this podcast because it's full of juices. Don't you think? And so this has been the finale of Ayirebuah Speaks Literally. Hopefully this audio saves and we don't have to do this again. I can't make my poems. Yeah. Last episode was the finale. So I would like to give a few thanks and praises to my guests on this show so far. I have really been grateful for your contribution, your hard work, your perseverance. I don't know what I'm saying. So let me just come here and see all my episodes. My first guest featured episode was with Nana Kojo and Hansa and Kofi Bedu. Thank you so much. And Maureen, we saved the best for last year. You're supposed to say, oh, shit.
Thank you, Maureen.
Maureen, hi, thank you so much. Bernard Cassie, thank you so much. Nashika and Jocelyn, thank you. J. Kofi, Nadia Selassie, Penge, and Nance, thank you. Mamiaja and Anama, thank you. And Tessie, Hilary, and Fatia Lara, thank you so much for last week's episode. Thank you for joining me. Finally, to the pain in the flesh, the thorn in my buttocks. Gyamaa Owusu Boakye, thank you for joining me on this finale, for reminiscing
my
on our
pleasure,
days
dear.
in
My
our
pleasure.
childhood.
Can I give my shout out? So first of all,
Okay, go ahead. Give your shout
God
outs.
Almighty for seeing me through everything. First of all, I would like to thank God Almighty for seeing me through everything from day one to day now. You know, shout outs to the big man up there and his son. Thanks for dying on the cross and everything. You know, he knows what I'm doing right now. Yeah. So yeah, and wait, I'm not. How can you cut me like that?
Okay.
To Kweku
I said okay.
Thank you so much. You know, yeah. Do I have to say thanks to my parents? Yeah, sure. They're the reason why I'm here. thanks to my big brother for paving the way. Yes. And thanks to your parents too. Yes. What do I think? Yeah. And thanks to Clifford Garber for giving you that permanent scar. You know, we we couldn't have been us without you.
Wow.
It's a part of our story.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love you, sis. I could say more, but there's Justice.
Okay. So we
They are my friends, Roxanne, Nanaya, Alafa, KK. Am I forgetting anyone else? Esopwa, Sydney. I mean, like all of you.
Sydney.
Love you all. Francis. Yeah.
Francis.
I think I'm done. I've already said Nanaya, Roxanne, and
Okay.
Alafa, and KK,
Nanaya.
and everybody. And Kwabda.
Okay. Okay then. So, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, oh ye, oh ye, oh ye. We are here at the end of the episode. Aren't you excited? I am finally going to take a break. When school starts, we'll see how season 2 will go. In the meantime, this has been Ayirebuah Speaks Literally, a podcast about the random things, the random thoughts that shape my personality. I am so grateful to you for tuning in every week, every Sunday, and giving me your best reviews or what else. Hopefully, soon I'll have a real studio and real podcast kit, and my guests can join me, and we'll have a true vibe with. Hey! Hey, get off my line. Thank you guys for tuning in.